The mission was clear. Capture a high-value target, a key figure in the Al-Qaeda network in Iraq, the place remote farmhouse near Tikrit. The team, U.S. Navy SEALs, the elite of the elite. On the ground with them was a young intelligence analyst, a woman whose name, for security reasons, we'll just call Kate. Her job was to stay in the tactical operations tent, analyze intel as it came in, and provide support from the rear. That was the plan, anyway. As the SEALs prepared to breach the farmhouse, everything went sideways. The intel was bad. The target wasn't in a simple house. He was holed up in a fortified compound surrounded by heavily armed fighters. A fierce firefight erupted, cutting off the assault team from their support elements. Pinned down and taking heavy casualties, the SEALs were in a desperate situation. The radio crackled with urgent calls for backup, but help was too far away. Back in the tent, Kate listened to the chaos unfolding. She wasn't a trigger puller. She was a thinker, a data analyst. But standard procedure dictated she stay put, remain in the safe zone. The men on the ground were trained for this. She wasn't, but as the situation grew more dire, she realized that sitting in a tent analyzing data wasn't going to save anyone. The SEALs were fighting blind, trapped in a complex maze of buildings and alleyways they hadn't anticipated. But Kate had something they didn't. She had the complete picture. In the tent were detailed satellite images and schematics of the area that the assault team didn't have access to in the heat of battle. Making a split-second decision that would change her life, she grabbed the maps, a radio, and a sidearm. Ignoring the protests of the personnel in the tent, she ran out into the open, straight towards the sound of gunfire. She didn't run in blindly. She found a covered position on a small hill overlooking the compound, a spot that gave her a clear line of sight to the chaos below. Bullets whizzed past her, but her focus was absolute. With the maps spread out before her, she got on the radio. "Bravo team, this is Analyst Actual," she announced, her voice steady despite the adrenaline. "I have eyes on you. You're walking into a kill box. You need to move 50 meters to your east. There's a concealed alleyway that will give you cover." The SEALs on the ground were stunned. Who was this voice? It wasn't one of their own. But they were desperate, and her instructions were precise. They followed her directions, and just as she said, they found the alley. It saved them from a hail of machine gun fire. For the next hour, Kate became their eyes in the sky. She guided them through the maze, calling out enemy positions, identifying weak points in the compound's defenses, and coordinating their movements like a master chess player. She wasn't just reading a map, she was fighting. She directed one team to flank an enemy machine gun nest. She identified a hidden escape route for another team that was about to be overrun. Her calm, clear voice cut through the noise of battle, providing the critical intelligence the SEALs needed to turn the tide. She wasn't just an analyst anymore. She was a battlefield commander, thanks to her courage and quick thinking. The SEALs were able to break the enemy's defense, neutralize the threat, and successfully extract their wounded. When they finally returned to the base, battered but alive, they sought out the woman who had guided them from the brink. They found Kate, covered in dust, the maps still clutched in her hand. They expected an analyst to stay in the tent. Instead, she took the fight outside, proving that courage isn't about the training you have, but about the choices you make when lives are on the line. Her story became a quiet legend in the special operations community, a testament to the extraordinary bravery found in the most unexpected places. Thanks for watching. If you were inspired by this story, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible accounts of heroism. See you next time.